Hi guys, Mr. Crazy Boy 1 here for you. What I'm actually going to show you today is the Redstone circuit, the entry for Mama Jumbo's Redstone competition. It's a TicTacToe game that I've been working on for quite a while. I ignore the chat. I might just try and block it out if I can. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. I'll show you the circuitry after. I just want to show you the game itself. Here is the board. Each player has 9 buttons. Redstone lamp to indicate whose turn it is. So if I went there, for example, it will register on the board in about a 2-second delay, I think it was. 2 or 3, something like that. There it is. It might be a little bit longer on the video because, as you can see, there is a lag up here. So yeah, we'll go up. We'll go there. I'll just quickly put in a win. I hope that registered. Yes, it did. So once it shows up on board, there we go. So red is going to win at the moment. If I go up here, it will recognize who has won, where they have won. It will clear the rest of the board apart from the winning 3, and also add on 1 to our score. And it does all that just in a matter of seconds. So yeah, and then after a while it will clear the board, but it will not clear the score. This happens for the blue. I do not want to go into full detail about it, but it has every possible win combination. It has the top, middle and bottom. It has the 3 vertical, and it has the 2 diagonal. And that also is for the blue. It will have the 3 top, middle and bottom, the 3 vertical, and then the 2 diagonal. Once it gets up to the third score, it will reset the board and it will reset the entire game. So if blue had 2 and red had 2, but red won it, it will clear the board and clear the scores. And same goes for the blue, obviously. That is pretty much the system. It will only accept 1 entry at one given time. It will not change your turn if a section is if a square is already occupied. So what I mean by this is, because the top left is occupied, if the red circle try and go there, it will register its move, but it will not count its move. So as you can see, it's still my turn. I can hold this button down as much as I want. It will not change until I select a new section. As you can see, the light goes off. It's now blue's turn, and it has selected my move. And what I love most about this is it will not accept a move that I've already done. So I can only put it in a new section. It will not accept that, and it will not accept the middle. As you can see, I'm hitting the button for the middle. Nothing's happening until I hit a new button. And the lamp goes off and it switches over to the red. And I'll quickly just put in a win for the blue, just so he doesn't feel left out. So as you can see, blue has won it down the first row. It counts it as 1, clears the rest of the board, and it leaves the winning combination. I'll quickly show you the circuit. I don't want to daddle on about the circuit too much. I will pretty much just skim over what everything does. You have a red and a blue circuit. They're pretty much the same, just inverted. You have a yellow circuit, which is whose turn it is. And then you have a grey circuit down here. This is the draw mechanism. So if the players do not win at all during one round, it will just reset the board, but it will not reset the score. The pink circuit allows whose turn it is. So right now it's on solid blocks for red, but as you can see, it is actually on glass for blue. So if I was to go in the middle for red for a split second, it will register it that yes, you can go there, switch it to glass, and now it's blue's turn, and it switches it to blocks. And I'll remove this torch so you can see the rest of the circuit in action. As you can see, in pretty much a second or two, a redstone signal comes down here, but because there is nowhere for the signal to go, it cannot go to the pink circuit or the grey circuit for it to count as a move. The signal also travels off down here. Down here, if I can get to it. When it comes to here, these pistons aren't doing anything at the moment because the signal has nowhere to go. It has nowhere to go there, so it will not actually trigger anything. It will trigger this. This was triggered when red went, so the black circuit is not operational. Doesn't need to be. What the black circuit does is it will only allow one entry at any given time, and I'll give you an example of this by just removing that torch. It will lift up all pistons apart from this one. Obviously I just removed that torch for the sake of showing you real quickly what it does. I could possibly show you it working if I can remove a torch and replace it and get down there quick enough. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So what it does is it will come along here, it will go through, and then that's pretty much what the black circuit does. By the time the signal gets down here, it will lift up all the pistons but the one, so any other entry will not count, because as you can see, the signal got to about here and then the pistons lifted up just before it got to the last one. And so, as you know, if you hit a button like this, like that, you hit the buttons just a split second afterwards. So timing is crucial in TicTacToe. But yeah, the signal will then continue to travel down here. It will hit these RS NOR latches, which will then hit along the yellow circuit, which will continue onto the back. It will pull down these two pistons, and it will pull down these two pistons. Like I said, everything that goes on one side is flipped over to corresponding for the other side, because of course you have two different perspectives. This top right here, if I turn over here, the top right is actually the top left is actually the top right for the red, but not for the blue. So that's where it's inverted. The signal will come up here, come along to the back, hit these sand gates, which pretty much blocks off. I'm trying to find one that has been pulled down. Here we go. As you can see, the red got here first, so it sends a signal along here to this piston and pulls this down. If this was lifted up, then you would see a display that no one ever sees in my TicTacToe because of this system, and I'll show you it very quickly. If there was a signal going to there, like so, then you will actually see a display like that, and nobody wants to see that display in TicTacToe because you cannot get a display like that in real life. So that's why that's like that. I'll actually just reset the board quickly. I think I broke it. That'll do. Let me just check on it. Okay, it's bud switches. Duh. Okay. Sorry about that. The winning system. I just want to get through this so it's not too long of a video. The winning system is at the back here in this bundle of mess. Once it detects a win, it will travel along down the line, and for instance, let's say if blue wins, so we'll stick a torch here, it will come along here for these piston to this decoder, and it will actually travel down here, and it will turn off every input. So these inputs will stay on, but the input will not come along here, and this is what shows the winning combination, the winning 3. As you can see, these 3 are lifted up, these are not lifted up, but if I quickly trot along to the red side, all of these have been lifted up, so no circle is shown on the display, because it can be any the circles can be anywhere. So that's why I had them all lifted up if blue wins, and vice versa. If red wins, then all the blue are lifted up. And I'll just give you a quick show of that. So if red wins this combination, which I believe is one diagonal one, then these three are left down, the rest are lifted up. And if we trot along to the blue side, as you can see, all the pistons are lifted up. This was probably the easiest way I could have done that. I'm sure there are other shortcuts to it, but I really couldn't care. As you can see now, it has counted that red has won a second time, and what we'll do now is we'll enter them in for a third time, and as you can see, it has counted 3. It has sent a redstone signal down there. Sorry, I just missed it, and it comes to this timer, which then resets the board and the score, because red won 3 out of 3 first. So yeah, that is pretty much the circuit. I don't want to go into any more detail, purely because of time and upload timing and compressing it, all that good stuff. But that is pretty much the entire system in a nutshell. If you want to know more, then send me a PM, any of you guys can, and I will actually give you I'll give you the IP of the server. I won't release it here, but I will give you the IP in a private message, and then we can arrange to meet on, and yeah, I'll give you pretty much a rundown of how everything works. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Mr. Crazy Boy 1, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.